Hi, nice to meet you. I'm
Hello.
Cristina. I'm going to be your counselor for today. What's your name?
My name's Noelia.
Noelia. Okay. How do you want me to address you?
Noelia.
Noelia's fine. Okay. So before we get started, I wanted to just let you know a few things. Everything that we say here is going to be confidential, and it's just going to stay between us. Okay. Have you been to counseling or therapy before?
No, I've never been.
Okay. Do you have any preferences of how you want this interaction to go?
No, everything seems perfect, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, just to start, so what brings you in today?
I'm coming in because I feel the pressures of life.
Yeah.
I'm very stressed out.
Yeah, and that's completely understandable. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's different aspects. So school, work. I just recently moved, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah. I can imagine anybody, in that situation, like moving on top of work. It's a lot of stuff. So, don't feel that you're the only one, in that situation. Yeah. So tell me more about how school's going for you.
I think it's going fairly well, but there's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know.
And you also mentioned that you're moving out as well. How's that been for you?
It's been a long process. There's so many steps. I wasn't expecting that.
Are you excited for moving out?
Yeah, there's a sense of excitement and also just stress.
A lot of stress, yeah. Yeah, I completely understand that. Out of everything, like on top of school, on top of moving out, other stressors, what would you say is the most affecting your life right now?
Probably school.
School.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing with school right now?
I kind of leave everything for the last minute. I just try to work on procrastination. That's my motivation.
Yeah, I get that. Well, that's completely understandable and it's valid. But is there different ways that you've tried to navigate through that, to help you kind of focus in school?
I try to do things early and get ahead of assignments, but it always turns out to me doing it at the last minute anyway.
Yeah. So, with that, what are the positive things that you're experiencing in your life?
With school or just anything?
Just anything with school, moving out.
With school, I just feel like it's always a good environment when I come around, the weather's nice today, I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying being out of the house or out of work. But, I guess there's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah, I definitely get that. But it's good that, you're acknowledging that and that, you're at least here trying to, make a difference, just get through life. That's good.
Yeah.
What else is on your mind? What else is kind of affecting
I'm
you?
excited to graduate fairly soon.
That's
and
great.
get a new job because I'm really tired of this one.
Really? How's your job like?
My job it's just time consuming. I work full-time.
Full-time?
Yeah. So I usually work 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it just takes up a lot of my day.
Yeah.
Especially with moving, now I live further away, so I have to leave even earlier and I get there even later.
I can imagine that. I mean, on top of a full-time job, on top of the stresses of moving out, and with school, that's a lot. Yeah.
That's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah. It's completely understandable. But I think you should give yourself some credit. I mean, you're pushing through it and you have all these things on your plate while you're also trying to, progress to a goal. So I think that's really great. It's really great.
That's very, very nice of you to say.
So with that, how are you, I guess, managing stress?
I tend to ignore anything until I really have to take care of it. That's why procrastination is just so bad.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I'm at work, I can't do my schoolwork. So I try to familiarize myself with what I have to do for that week, and then I plan it out accordingly.
Okay.
And again, as we discussed, even though I plan it out, it doesn't mean that I'll execute it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So, is there any like other ways, different ways that you want to try, like managing stress?
I think I'll manage my stress better when I've graduated.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I don't have to do school.
Exactly, because it's a lot on your plate right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely understand that once that that like goal is achieved, it's kind of like a weight off your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. In a way, yeah, I can see that. Oh, so much opportunity after graduation. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's great. That's great. At least that you have something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think that's something that you should keep in mind. Something to help you push forward. For sure.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Yeah.
But still, still stresses me out. I mean, I guess that's just the journey.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
Are you excited for the journey? Excited for future plans in life?
Yeah, I think if I wasn't excited, I would have given up by now. To be honest, I've seen a lot of people give up, but I feel I've gone too far.
That's something to keep in mind, for sure. With everything that we talked about, is there anything that just like really kind of like hard on you right now?
I have another assignment due for another class that is due today, but it's open till Sunday, and so I'm thinking of pushing it till Sunday. And I've heard from other classmates, because again, I've been avoiding it. It's like it's a literature review, and I have to read something and write something. And from what I've heard, because I've only read what I've had to read, I haven't even started the writing portion. The writing portion is going to take a lot of time, and that's something I'm not looking forward to.
Do you think it's best to kind of, familiar, leave it at the end, something that you're familiar with, or do you think you want to try and get those parts done?
What do you mean by that?
Do you, I know you did mention that you wanted to leave, or you might leave it to the end, like how you usually kind of procrastinate. So I was asking do you think that would be the best, or do you think you want to start trying to get those parts finished beforehand?
I mean, I think the best thing to do would be to not procrastinate, but just with everything going on right now, there's no way, in my mind, I feel like there's no way that I can get it done ahead of time. Because in a way, if I'm waiting to do all my assignments on the day that they're due, then by the time the next one is due, I'm already behind. So I just feel constantly behind and always making it up.
How are some ways that you kind of keep that all on track?
Usually I go to class. That's one thing I think I've only missed one class for one of my classes, but I'm always there in person when I need to be. For my online classes, I'll just look at what is assigned, and then I'll take note of any big assignments coming up. Usually my professors, they do a great job of making us aware of any big assignments coming up, so I make it a point to put that in my planner.
And I think that's a great start. You're honestly ahead of a lot of other people when it comes to that. Because I know it can be really hard to kind of keep those things in track, and but at least you have kind of that set thing. So that's really good. You should be proud of yourself for that.
Thank you. I don't know, but still, I just don't ever feel like it's enough.
But you're doing enough. As long as you're, holding in. I mean, you've come this far, and you're here talking with me now. So I think that's great, and you're acknowledging that, and I think that's really important. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I think that as long as it's sustainable, then I guess it works.
Yeah.
I guess what I'll try to do is like next semester not fall behind, so I don't have to worry about catch up.
Yeah. How's this next semester looking like for you?
I actually have to register for my classes. I'm planning to do that today, but I had the choice to either do 3 or 4,
Okay.
and it's looking like I'll do 4, so I can get it out the way.
Okay.
Is that the best choice? I don't know. I'm not really sure what to expect. Last summer semester, I didn't have any classes. I was able to take a break
That's
and
good.
I guess regroup.
But yeah, I know with new upcoming semesters, it's a lot, and you don't really know what to expect. So I do understand that. So that's completely understandable. It's valid.
Yeah, thank you.
So with everything that we talked about, I know we only have 15 minutes together. Just to before we start wrapping up, is there anything that you wanna let me know?
I don't know. I think that a huge component of my stress right now is moving out. So with moving out, you do tend to have a grace period.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the stresses of like paying bills and stuff like that, but I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another big stressor.
How are you preparing with those upcoming, bills and responsibilities?
I'm trying to keep track of when everything is due, and then I'm planning to set up a joint account.
Okay.
Then I can do everything on auto pay, and we're setting a weekly budget.
That's really smart. That's awesome.
Thank you.
How do you feel about everything that's going to be coming up?
Again, it's stressful, but in a way, I feel like that aspect of my life is more attainable than school
Yeah.
right now, because school it's something different every time. Every
Yeah.
week is like something. This is like consistent.
It's a consistency.
So that brings me more peace,
And you are moving out. Do you have somebody that you're...
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm living with my husband.
Okay. So, that's good because at least there's like somebody else, that you kind of also going through those responsibilities. So
Right.
you don't feel as alone. Is that right?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have done it alone. Not right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the time for today. I'm really, great meeting and talking with you. How did you feel about our talk?
I think I've gained a little bit more clarity. I feel more encouraged to take on everything, especially with school.
Yeah.
So I feel better. Yeah.
Great.
Better.
That's great. Well, thank you. Thank you for meeting me.
Thank you. Thank you for taking care of me.